Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Windwalker's Flying Circus. As the title of the stream says, it's going to be a shorter stream simply because I got work very early in the morning, but it's almost 9 p.m. so I got like 2 hours of gaming to squeeze. And while I'm doing that, because for the past few days I haven't really played War Thunder at all, just because I'm taking a short break from the grind. But we are, well, I'm probably not going to be grinding for the next battle pass, level 125, simply because, honestly, the rewards are getting worse with each iteration of battle pass. So, at this point, it's not even worth the hassle. Still, let's see. We got 20,000 mission points to get with one of the Battle Pass vehicles, which in this case is a T-44 FM that I already claimed. And I haven't really played with it, so might as well try it. Although I'm kind of not sure what kind of ammunition should I be using on it. Sup, CJ? This one has twice the explosive, but less penetration. So let's try this round, and if it doesn't work, we're gonna switch to the other one. Oh, what? What do we got? Discounts on MiGs, don't care about that. What do we got at 6.3 for CAS? Not a lot. I mean, we can use the ILs, I suppose. It has quite a selection of rounds, honestly. I'm gonna take this Spitfire for dogfighting, and we can slap a T, I suppose. Okay. What kind of bombs can you carry? 3 1000s. That's actually not that bad. One in the bomb bay. Okay, cool. But mainly, I gotta score points with this. And I'm not sure how good of a tank that actually is. So let's take a look. Not the best map for Soviets, but we'll see. What's the reload time? 7.8 seconds. Okay. Decent speed. Entire team. Oh. Crap. Really? Jumbo? Okay. Wouldn't really say Soviet bias considering how easily I got killed by a Jumbo, which is a 75mm, but this should be like a T-44 prototype, so I'm not really expecting it's going to be glorious. Yeah, because my entire idiotic team went to sea and didn't even secure the point, let alone do something. So, what am I supposed to do? Fight the entire tank battalion? Kills Jumbo through the front plate, I like that. Then I get killed by another Jumbo. At this point, you really don't think teammates are bots. Correction, NPCs. Bots can be useful from time to time. These guys are completely fucking worthless. Spaded this thing because I'm not particularly fond of it. It's like it can be machine gun fire, so. And then again, Gaijin keeps forcing howitzers to fight as main battle tanks in this game. This is not the purpose of this thing. It's for suppression of infantry, not for fucking tank warfare. Round will not even collapse the house.
We don't have the advantage anymore.
I can't cover solo 3 sides. Fuck this idiotic team. Morons. Fucking morons. Why it's so difficult to fucking split up and you're going to the worst fucking point to capture and hold. I'm doing 6.3 because of this battle pass thing. At least trying, but teams like this, that's gonna be interesting. Not tonight, man. Tonight I'm playing solo and I'm not gonna be playing long. Maybe for an hour or two. I got work in the morning. And I'm tired as fuck. So, for squatting up, we're gonna leave Sunday because that's my day off. Well, on this new job, I'm working every day from 6 in the morning till 2 p.m. And then when I get home,
I just do some house chores, take a shower, and got a couple of hours at best for resting. So the only off day that I have is Sunday. Farmer. That's not an easy. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm pretty much fucked. Yep. Right. Don't have an off day. I play games from 8 till 10. Yeah, I suppose. Well, it's a demanding work. Ah, they're external. Okay, good.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
Wait a minute, I did kill a tank. It seems like I set that guy on fire, and he couldn't put it out. I still get a kill. Okay. Buddy, you stay right there.
Request target for airstrike.
300 hectares, damn, bro.
Need backup.
There's lots. That's a big boy. I overshot. Fuck. But I was afraid that I'm gonna hit the corner of the building. Shooting your machine gun, buddy. What is if I engage with speed too low, I'm gonna get shredded in a heartbeat. But there's also a plane here. Or was. He crashed. Come on, dude, how are you still alive? Serbia. Oh, there we go. This. You asshole. Okay. Poland. Sweet. I think you're the first Polish guy on the stream. What's up, Neuron? fast firefighter around B. Well, P61 is a mascot of the stream for a very particular reason, because I was very, very good with that tank. It used to be a beast of a plane, but now it's heavily nerfed and I really rarely fly it. Because the tiniest scratch to the tail section and the plane is just gone. Which is kind of sad, because I really liked it. Oops. That's not good. Can't even pin that thing. Excuse me? Non-penetration? On the barrel? Dude, I can't damage his breach. Yeah, of course. Well, it wasn't like that before, and you know, now it's just pretty much worthless, you know. And it's not even good for cast because it's just huge, and you know, it's just way too vulnerable. But I used to do some pretty cool shenanigans in arcade with it. And I played it in realistic too. But the gunner response time, even on Ace Crew, is just miserable. I didn't bother buying the premium simply because it cannot... Well, actually, maybe they changed that, but I remember that thing could not strap bombs. As for Sim, I only fly Sim jets because honestly I don't have VR or nearly good stick and pedals. I'd love to, but I'd have to sell my arm and a leg for something like that. How did Heat FS didn't kill you? Machine gunner! Excuse me? What kind of bullshit is that? What the hell is that KV-2 doing? Oh my god, I'm next. Shoot him, dude! No, idiot is just fucking pushing him. I'm dead. Wow, what a worthless teammates. Heat FS is just fucking worse. Well, the point is, he was traversing the hill, and by destroying his transmission, he would just stop in the most vulnerable position. But of course, the game is just simply idiotic when it comes to Heat FS rounds, so... Well, APCR simply drills holes. If you don't hit anything vital, it's not going to do anything. It's just going to punch a hole and just exit the tank. There's no shattering of the shell at all, which is, again, idiotic.
but just the way it is, and it's been like this for many, many years. Although I don't really need a lot to unlock all the tanks in the game. I'm mostly flying. I'm not that much of a tanker, but I just need to unlock a couple of top tier tanks in several nations, and honestly, I can't really be bothered with that autism at the moment. Because honestly, top tier is literally autism. Yeah, I mean, grind. I just played regularly on a daily basis. It wasn't much of a grind. And people just complain all the time, oh, the game is too grindy. It's like, dude, I've been playing for 13 years. You have no idea what grind is. It's like, and that's complaints from people who started barely like a few months ago. It's like, they don't know in the old days when tier 1 upgrade on an ME262 costed 40,000 XP. I do. Don't really have much of a favorite plane. I fly pretty much everything. I have every single plane in the game. Minus a couple of premiums that are just not worth getting. Seven Americans. Honestly, if you're talking about tanks, that's a suffer zone for the Americans. Between 8.0 and 9.3, oh man, you're gonna piss blood. And same goes for Israel because they're pretty much copy-paste. Oh my god. Oh, it's not just the stabilizer, it's... Again, I'm alone on point. Why am I alone on the point? That's why, because my friendly thought it's a better idea to go and camp the enemy spawn. And this tiger just walked right next to him. Cool. Started in 2020. Well, 2022. I started in 2013. Pretty much been playing ever since, on a more or less daily basis. I know, it's a mental illness. Begun building a park list from the PC build and the insurance mode. Okay, well, 2,100, that's actually not bad. You can get a pretty, like, upper mid to low high-end PC for that kind of money. Or if you add a little bit more, you can assemble quite a beast. You got to remove German tanks. Yes, every single one of them. Except the E100, because E100 was a tournament award, and back then I had exams. Brother, this didn't even... How did it not pin the fucking commander hatch? What kind of a horseshit is that? Before you spend any money, send me a list of components that you plan to use. Simply because I want to check, because you might actually get a better rig for the same amount of money, or maybe better parts. And I'm assuming you're buying literally everything, screens included. Or a screen, I don't know how many screens. Fuck. What the hell
is that thing? So far, I'm not impressed with this T-44, honestly. The Tech Tree standard T-44 is way better than this. Although, I might switch to a different round with more HE, because honestly, this one is a little bit disappointing. I expected more penetration. Last pair of headphones will be some quality. Well, if you don't have to buy that, well, that will give additional 60-70 bucks. Yeah, but it's kind of struggling to even kill tigers, which is kind of lame. Ooh, we got company. Oh, still got another bomb. Come get me. Oh, that's two guys. Fuck. Okay, this is not good. Of course, my retarded gunner won't open fire. I have to fucking do everything. Apparently I do. Two friendlies literally right behind him in fucking Bearcats and can't help. Teammates coming in to be worthless as always. What the fuck happened with my bushes? Oh lord, can I... Oh, at least I can partially see. I mean, I haven't played this BR in forever. And every time they change something on the model itself, whether it's just like a 1 millimeter of the armor curvature or something, the bushes just go haywire. What the fuck? Position this. This is awful. Though I haven't really played in a few days because I've been hooked on Dune Awakening. I'm close to actually ending the story game, or story mode of the game. I should have asked instead. No, that's fine, dude. Honestly, I've been enjoying every minute of Dune. It's well done. Nice MMO. Now, if they would only do Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic in the same engine, that would be fucking sweet. But I think EA still has the license for that, so that's not going to happen anytime soon. Because they're still trying to milk that disaster of online Star Wars. I tried to play it, but the combat mechanics was just ick. Done this, but I know people have been using The engine block is a shield, so let's see if this is gonna work. I doubt it, but let's give it a shot. Peekaboo.
Цель уничтожена!
My favorite fruit. Wow, that's a weird question. Completely unexpected, but I haven't really given it much of a thought. Favorite fruit. Shit, that's a good question. Send you my current perfect list. You can send it to, on Instagram if you want to, so I can take a closer look.
Ваш квадрат наносит артиллерийский удар.
Ooh, mango? No, not a fan. I mean, I like strawberries. And I like kiwi. Wouldn't really call them my favorite, but I like them. Although, something that I've been trying to find in the local market, it's called dragon fruit. I have a funny feeling that it would taste very nice. And there is something that last time that I ate that, I was a child. So that's some form of a Japanese apple, but it looks more like a tomato. And when it's ripe, when you eat it, it actually make your mouth like, I wouldn't call it sour. It's a weird taste, but it takes a while to develop the taste. Can't remember the name. It had a very specific name, but I know it's originating from Japan. Sent you the list. Thank you. I'll take a look at it and let you know tomorrow. No, I don't think. Well, maybe. I would have to Google. I know we had a couple of trees of that thing when I was a kid, maybe, what, 30 years ago? But I haven't even seen them in the stores here. Definitely would have to take a look. It's called Japanese persimmon. So yeah, it really looks like a tomato. I mean, I'll show you the link of the picture. If I can. Why is YouTube being an asshole? Let me post the link. Fuck. One moment. Never tasted dragon fruit. That's the problem. I would love to. Oh, I just need to find it here in Serbia. Yeah, it seems like the link is too long, but you can just Google it and you'll see. In either case, really strange fruit. It's sweet, but at the same time, it's kind of like bitter sour and makes your mouth like you sucked something like super sour. It's kind of funny. When I was a kid, that was kind of hilarious to me and my brother. Anyway, let's fix the bushes. I wouldn't really say bland. Well, I don't know. Depends on the ripeness stage, I would assume. Wait, this one is fine. The IS-2 is... Wow, look at that. Levitating bushes. Customized. And one of the bushes is actually removed. What the hell? I'm gonna have to remove some of these. They're not well placed. Okay. Trying to break. Oh, well, the commander hatch is pretty visible. That's not good. Let's reposition this then. That's better. Went to Greece lately. I got to eat some real Greek olives. Bro, Greece? You can literally find olives along the highway, and you can pull over and pick them from the tree. That's how many bloody olives they have. I love them, but depends. Like here in like Belgrade, there is a Greek market, and there is a guy that's literally importing like I've seen at least 30 different kinds of olives from Greece. Every week they get a new batch. Unfortunately, my daily commute doesn't really lead me to that side of the city very often, but whenever I stop by, I always go and grab some.
Let's get back to the topic of our broadcast. What else can you tell our less experienced listeners about the challenges of court auditing?
Машина! Механик-водитель бой готов. Наводчик бой готов.
Also, I like dates. If they're not too sweet. Because if you get them in natural states, that's not like natural sugar. So they're kind of nice if they are dried properly. But nowadays it seems like they're artificially ripening them to speed them up. At least I think. And they kind of taste funky when you buy them in a supermarket. But if you go to one of those like healthy food stores, you can get them in really, really good shape. Plus, if you plant the thing, you can actually get a date tree. Although Serbia is not exactly the best climate for palm trees. Though if you keep it in a warm spot.
Бронебойным готово.
Well, yeah, I mean, turkey, but honestly, if you're going for Turkish sweets, you are probably going to go for something that's a hell of a lot less healthy. Ooh, I forgot something. I needed to change the rounds in this thing. I saw something. It's just moving too fast.
Цель уничтожена! Бронебойным готово!
Just a fuel tank. See, it can't even do anything to. Fuck.
Попадание!
Whoop, whoop.
Бронебойным готово! Вижу повреждения! Цель уничтожена! Бронебойным готово! Артиллерия! Координаты! Д-3. Уничтожить!
Shit.
Нас подбили! Цель уничтожена!
Sorry. I'll catch up with the chat. I'm just trying not to get brutally murdered. There's the turret ring.
Бронебойным готово!
How is that a non-penetration? Jesus Christ, this round has more pin. I'm switching to the other one. Fuck this round. I swear to God, it's fucking awful. $77. Let's go with the good 365. At least this thing used to be reliable. Although, you know what I've been looking for a couple of years now? Ginger ale. There was one that I tasted, because that's not really a common drink here in Serbia. And I was like on a healthy food store, and I saw it in one of the aisles. It's like a bottle of like 1 liter or something. And I don't know if the ginger ale is actually supposed to look like that, but it's like literally transparent like water. And it tastes kind of like less sweet version of Sprite. At least the European Sprite. I don't know how the American one tastes like. But it doesn't leave that horrible aftertaste when you're done with drinking. And this is pretty good. But unfortunately that store closed. And I haven't really found any since.
Бронебойным готово!
Ah, crap. There. Oh, they're all dead. I was like, where is the team? And I'm like, what? Yeah, I'm Serbian. Well, it's time to cast Fireball, I suppose. I mean, this is going to be a defeat anyway, so I might as well get as many kills as I can. If I can, because I see a couple of fighters were... Oh, wait, Corsair is down. Good. are you? Oh, they're dead.
Returning to the airfield.
Oh, Baracadabra! Oh, fuck, come on. I hate it when they kill a guy right when I drop the bomb. Don't buy ginger ale in America unless you're getting it from the organic market or some. Yeah, well, seems like American manufacturers like stuff sugar in literally everything. When people wonder like why they're so like morbidly obese people, why there's so much diabetes and stuff like that. It's like, gee whiz, what do you think? Drop the bomb. Or at least I think I did because I didn't want to let go. Thanks, game. I lost half of the tail because he didn't want to drop the bomb. Fuck it. Ground forces, well, they can hate it as much as they like. It's realistic. If they don't want that, they can simply fuck off to World of Tanks, honestly. I'm sick and tired of people bitching about CAS. It's just take a fighter or take a fucking SPAA. Simple as that. It's not my fault I'm good as CAS. I don't know what the hell that guy just did, but okay. I think he might have clipped roof or a tree or something. Well, he mad. Well, I heard a lot of that from American folk that actually either went to a holiday to anywhere in Europe, or to stay permanently, and there's like that food here is so much better. Like it's fresh, it's more natural. They don't stuff it with like gross additives and a lot of things are quite wrong when it comes to food in America. Plus the way of living. I mean, Americans are all like, oh, grinding is like, that's causing so much stress, that's causing heart attacks, like, and stuff like that. Life here is slower, and you start learning to appreciate life in general. Probably gonna have a major firefight in Alpha side. There's always few of them get flank. Let's see what we can find. today.
Бронебойным готово.
Find it kind of hard to believe that he was the only guy. Now, to a certain extent, I agree with Carlos Mencia that ADHD, for the most part, is a bullshit illness. 20, 30, 40 years ago, we didn't have ADHD and shit. No, we had parents that actually handled their fucking kids. And nowadays, they're just like letting them do whatever they want, whenever they want. And it's like, of course it's gonna have a fucking attention disorder. Give a kid to a Serbian household, we're gonna cure him of the fucking ADHD within 2 weeks. Just gotta slap the shit out of them. And kids nowadays are like, oh, I'm gonna call social workers on you. It's like, well, you better also call an ambulance, because there's gonna be one dead motherfucker on the floor before you even dial the number. Something big there. Well, I don't know how much closer. Uh-oh. Got your arrow. Oh, no! No! Yeah, fuck. Nothing. I said that ADHD didn't exist like 20, 30 years ago, or it existed like as an actual thing, and it was pretty rare. But now every second kid has ADHD, which is pure bullshit. And you know, kids are like exploiting that to the maximum as an excuse to do poorly in school, and you know. So I said, give any child to a Serbian household for 2 weeks. They're gonna slap the living shit out of them, and voila, no ADHD. Oh no. I forgot this thing locks so badly at higher speeds. I don't play this rank with Russians very often, so that's kind of lame, but... You know what's funny, Soy Boy? Doped up people are easier to control. So of course they're gonna fill them with meds so they can, you know, drool and barely speak. All they gotta do is to vote when the time comes. And they don't even require a full signature anymore. Like, you can just slap an X at the spot. That'll count as a vote. And even if they don't vote, you know, they're just gonna rob the elections. And anyway, so... Elections are just a fucking social construct that makes you believe that you're actually choosing something, and everything is actually already predetermined. Like imaginary free will. Oh, brother. I'm not gonna lecture you on freedoms, especially since I'm not American, but just type in YouTube Americans or Canadians or anybody who moved to Serbia to see what they have to say about freedoms, security, and stuff like that. I was a little bit shocked when I heard some things.
Часть подбита. Бронебойным готово.
This round works. Do you guys have unrestricted firearm? No.
Бронебойным готово.
Well, the point being is you can have hunting rifles, but of course you need to have a hunting license. But there is a difference between a license to own a gun and to carry a gun. To get a license to carry the gun, that's really, really difficult to get. So you gotta be in a very specific line of work, like close personal security or something like that. And of course, rigorous tests, mental exams and everything to see whether you even fit to carry a gun. But that's why we don't have so much crime. Here you can walk in the middle of the night for miles and nobody's gonna say a word to you. Same goes for women.
Артиллерия, координаты. J5. Уничтожить. J5. Принял. Открываю огонь. ЗСУ. 11 часов. Близко. Бронебойным готово. Вижу повреждения.
I must have ranged the tree.
Цель уничтожена. Бронебойным готово.
Yeah, somebody got a nuke, but it was too late. Well, I'm actually doing solid for this combat brotherhood thing. I completely forgot to check my daily tasks. Oh, we got permits to purchase special. Okay, let's do that. Do you think the difference of crime in the US to Serbia is affected by population and illegal immigration? Tough question. But, it's more about public education, because our educational system is very, very much different than yours. And we kind of hold to old traditional values a hell of a lot more than you guys do. I mean, everything revolves around family and, kids being properly raised by their parents. In America, a lot of people, parents don't have time for their kids anymore. Very rarely, like they do. But here, that's not the case. Or at least not in such extent. But, problem is in the States, there's a lot of extremes, like extreme wealth versus extreme poverty. I've seen some footage on YouTube from some, like vloggers and stuff. Streets of Philadelphia, like filled with homeless people, doped people, and it looks like a zombie walk. And I was like, something like that to see in Serbia or in majority of EU countries, that's unthinkable. You can't even imagine something like that. Not even during the biggest music festivals. Do not wanna be on the receiving end of that stick. How? How did that do nothing? And then I one-tap a T-29. Are you joking, game? What the hell is wrong with you? And that's a Centurion. Oh yeah, I don't want to be there. Reloaded 1 second before I did, and now I can't fire because my breach is orange. Why I can't fucking pin, but I'm getting my ass whooped here. Is that guy alive? Yes, he is. There's something like a Panther camping there, and on this side I have a fucking Centurion, which is like super fucking bad. I don't have a good angle to hit his ammo. Goes the orange breach again. Fuck's sakes, game. Well, if I can make it to sea alive, replenish crew, I'm pretty sure. Well, maybe. Looks like a big bomb. Seems like we're slowly turning this around. I love when I hear the engine sound after he fires, but not before. That's cool. Another glorious sound design from Snail. Now, I had that thing happening when people are actually moving at full speed and they're behind me and they're not audible. Thing that's been plaguing the game for like very long time, and they haven't done shit to fix it. Is that a Focke-Wulf? Maybe.
Attention to the designated grid zone. Follow me.
There's a tortoise. It's a dead tortoise. Yeah, I did. But a lot of people also lost their homes, and because they lost their jobs during COVID. So it's not just that. Of course, there are people that are exploiting the system. There always have been and always will be, but... Oh, hello, my howitzer friends. Oh, I didn't forget about you. Okay, that's pure bullshit, brother. Although I think it's even bigger bullshit that I'm still flying this. Kinda. You know what, brother? I'm gonna take a proper fighter now. Better hold your panties. He actually got killed by a gunner from a PA. Ah, that's bull. I don't want to sound crazy, but I believe the pandemic was kind of bullshit. Of course it was. It's like genius way to earn a lot of money for a lot of pharmaceutical industries and to keep people at bay while the politicians are doing shit behind the stages, you know? It takes minimum 10 years to develop a vaccine. Always has been. And you're telling me that they made a vaccine in less than 3 months? We will see the consequences of that so-called vaccine in probably 10, 15 years. No, me neither. But funny thing, at least here in Serbia, I don't know how it was in other countries, like any cause of deaths, because people die either of old age or some other sickness or illness, everything was COVID deaths, you know. So there are no heart attacks. Nope, it's COVID. There is no cancer. Nope, that's COVID. You know, like everything is fucking COVID. Like the standard flu or just catching a cold, that doesn't exist. That's immediately COVID. It's like, fuck off. And now nobody even talks about it anymore. Like out of a sudden, it vanished from the face of Earth. Or are they trying to convince us that their vaccine was so effective that it actually eradicated it, like smallpox or polio? Yeah, I kinda smell bullshit. Well, you know, I don't want to dab into conspiracy theories and shit, but I know how long it takes for a proper vaccine to be developed and tested before you actually put it to use.
Вижу повреждения! Воинам готово!
This thing is just not strong enough to deal with these kind of opponents.
Уничтожить! Я! 4! Принял! Открываю огонь! Задний ход!
Well, the thing is, why we had such good medical staff, and we still have it, although a lot of them are now working in the private sector because the government sector is just fucking dog shit. It's good for laundering money. But the thing is, our public education system was great. And that's a remnant from like socialist era, because you know schools were free, completely free, and you know you couldn't get a higher education only if you didn't want to get it. And we still have doctors from that period, and they're really, really good specialists. Nowadays, like these new fresh doctors that just finished med schools and shit, I wouldn't really trust them with my life if I would have to choose. Like so many people with bought or fake diplomas and shit like that. It's like, why is our magnificent president, whenever he has some illness or something, he goes for medical treatment to Switzerland? Why he doesn't go into a Serbian hospital? That's a good question. It's like, if your new generations of students that he is praising so much are actually any good, well, why don't you allow them to treat you? They will get better with time. Yeah, after burying how many people? No, that's not an occupation where mistakes are tolerated, because someone pays those mistakes with their lives. If I would move to Europe, well, that's kind of odd advice to give. Depends really what you expect from life. If you're pursuing education and career, probably France has good universities. Germany is also good. You wouldn't really have any as a medical worker, you wouldn't really have any issues finding a job in Germany, because their population is getting old, and you know, they've been importing like workers of all classes and trades like since the late 80s. And especially if you're a specialist in something. Like, you're gonna earn shit ton of money, and trust me, you're gonna have plenty of opportunities. But in terms of living the life as a normal human being, and you know, not having to break your back, Spain might be a good choice. Although it might be too hot. Not really sure if that's up your alley. Well, I'm not really sure what are the airsoft regulations in Germany. Here in Serbia, they're treated like Class C air guns, so you don't need a permit for that. Although it has to be transported to the field in closed, like, suitcase or something. You just can't flash it in public like an idiot. Although you are coming from America, so there is no need for me to tell you that. Because you pull that shit in the streets of the United States, you're gonna get fucking put down like a dog by cops. I'm from Arizona, he does no issue. Oh, in that case, Spain might be actually pretty good. Or south of France. Forget about Paris and shit like that. Paris is literally a shithole. I'm sorry to say that if there are any French viewers here, but Paris is a fucking shithole. It's dirty and it's so... I don't know, people are just... eh. Is this a premium tank? Yes, it is. It's from the current Battle Pass. You get it on level 75 of the Battle Pass. But I'm simply playing it because there is a Battle Pass challenge where you gotta gather 20,000 mission points. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do. I mean, it's okay-ish. It's nothing really fancy. Or particularly good at anything. It's a T-44 prototype, so... get some side shots, obviously, it's pretty deadly. But it's more up to the player than the actual, you know, tank itself. Oh, that's a corpse. Well, we are kind of having a nice conversation. It's not like he is spamming the chat. Ow. Fuck. Yeah. Oh, crap. I got you, honey. Well, most of the players that are watching the stream are War Thunder reviewers. And War Thunder reviewers are an odd sort. Like, every now and then somebody asks me, oh, when you're gonna play something different. Then I play something different, and they don't watch. It's like, what? Okay. Oh, that's 12,000 already. Good. Although next update is gonna bring no new vehicles for grinding, so I'm probably gonna have to rework some nations. Aha, so I gotta kill somebody who is scouted. Okay. Not the most viable task in this rank. Heavy tank. We don't have a heavy tanks in lineup. Well, we do, IS2, but that's destroy heavy tanks. That's different. We can do that. See the new Finnish Hornet? Yeah, I did. What else to play when War Thunder is the best game? Ha! Dude, I've been playing the living shit out of Dune Awakening for the past 3 or 4 days. I haven't played a single game of War Thunder in 3 days. I just logged in to collect the daily reward, and that's about it. Because honestly, I couldn't really be bothered with the battle pass this time, and I'm probably not gonna even bother buying the next one, because every next iteration of battle pass is just worse than the previous one. Rewards are not nearly unique or good to justify the expenditure. How many dollars have you spent to this game? Believe it or not, 0. If we do not count the giveaways that I made for other people on the stream. But for myself, never ever spent a dime on this game. Yet I have over 300 premium vehicles. But on the other hand, I've been playing this game for a very, very long time. Played tournaments, events, battle passes, you name it. I mean, if I would put everything on paper, this account itself, it's worth well over $5,000. Probably even more. And I'm not even talking about the stats and the progression. It's just the sheer amount of premium vehicles that I have. Funny enough, half of the time I don't even use them. Because I have no purpose for them. There's nothing for me to grind. I have every single plane. And I'm not that far away from getting every single tank in every single nation, so. I'm not very active these days. Well, me too, dude. Well, like this work is kind of draining, and I gotta wake up very early in the morning. It's like 4:30, so I can shave, take a shower. And I gotta be there at 6, and from 6 till 2 there is no stopping, so you're kind of tired. Although I'm tired in a good way, because honestly my previous work was, office thing, and that kind of started affecting me in many ways, so a little bit of physical activity is actually very beneficial for me. No, actually, I'm kind of like in between jobs at the moment. I worked as a tech support specialist in the previous company for 13 years, but that's office work, and it's 8 hours in front of a computer plus 8 hours or less, a little bit less for gaming. So yeah, I'm gonna turn it into a fucking donut if I keep doing this. Does he see me? Yes, he does. The problem is that I can't push him without being killed. That's no bueno. The problem is I'm gonna have 2 tanks to deal with. And why the gun didn't want to elevate? Bro, he wasn't that high. I got like over 20 degrees of gun elevation, and for some reason it's stuck on a dune. Oh, piss off. So, practically, yeah, long story short, I found a temporary job in like a restaurant catering thing. So, like 8 hours from 6 in the morning till 2. So, first 2 hours of the shifts, you're doing like food packing, like for like 2.5 hours approximately. Then you load that into a pickup truck. Then the next three hours is literally driving around the city and delivering to other restaurants. And when you come back, it's vehicle maintenance, like cleaning, refilling the fuel fluids, you know, basic stuff. So, and it's pretty much no-brainer. I mean, I like to drive, so it's a nice change of pace. Kind of needed that. But it's only temporary because honestly, they don't pay that well. Well, not for that amount of work. And that insane pace. But for the time being, that suits me, so I'm gonna stick to it for some time. Look at these two guys. Goodbye. That was kind of fun for me. Let's go get some more bombs. Well, I mean, Soy Boy, here you don't really have restrictions of that. I mean, obviously you can't really go into first forests that you see and go hunting because we have a lot of national parks. That's number one. Number two, if you want to make a barbecue, you can do it in the, literally you can go to, like, there are like resting areas filled with trees and stuff like that, and you know, as long as you don't cause a forest fire or something, you can camp and you can do pretty much whatever you want. Nobody's gonna say shit to you. The only thing that you really shouldn't be doing is littering. So clean up after yourself and there won't be any problems. But, you know, in the States, from what I heard, it's quite different, especially in some, like, suburbs. It's like you got HOA and all sorts of assholes that are dictating how you're going to live your life, when you're going to do it, and, you know, with whom. So you can't make a barbecue in your own fucking backyard because some Karen is complaining about the smoke or loud music or whatever, you know. Yeah, if that's country of the free, well, I must say that your freedom kind of sucks. Don't get me wrong, there is nothing wrong with laws and regulations, but some of them are just plain idiotic. And let's say if you want to go camping, you there are no fees. Like, you know, you can literally go to any mountain or whatever and pitch a tent, sleeping bag, and enjoy your evening, you know. Although some countries in Europe, Germany, Austria, and stuff like that, there is some form of a fee if you want to pitch a tent or something like that. It varies from country to country. But generally speaking, it's pretty loose. Hey Alexander, how you doing, man? Good evening.
If we don't do something fast, the enemy will win.
That looks like a plane. That's 2 planes. Where the fuck did he disappear? Oh, there he is. Come on. The fuck? Since when do fucking Mustangs do so much damage? It's not even the American Mustang, it's the Swedish one. Our guys got their ass whooped, so that's that. But you said Arizona. Am I mixing that with Utah? Which one has like more like desert environment? I think it's Utah, probably. You can make a lot of driving. Well, yeah, I suppose. And you know, that's kind of my perfect idea for summer vacation. Just roll down the windows, play some music, and just open road. I'd be perfectly happy with something like that. High mountain forests and desert. That's kind of peculiar biome. Although I would love to see Alaska. I know, freezing cold, lots of snow and stuff like that. Not a lot of people like that, but I would love to see it one day. And go ice fishing. That would be fun. Although I also like a lot of green, so I guess Montana is an option. And there's something very appealing at, you know, living off grid. I mean, I would, of course, need to have internet. But, you know, solar powered home or something like that would be nice. I hope that other guy didn't see me. That's not the guy that I wanted, but I'll take it. Big boy.
The enemy is winning. to the designated grid square.
Well, that's unfortunate. I saw a fighter in the air. Can't see jack shit. That's an enemy Corsair. But he's not. Ah, I'm so dead. Please don't see me. That looks like a Cannon Mustang. Fuck. I'm gonna get butt fucked in a heartbeat. Well, I can only dump bombs and pray that I'm gonna hit something. Oh, I got his left flap. Lol. Okay. Come on, Gunner, shoot him. No. He has cannons. Yep. Fuck. This is why I don't hate. I hate the TU2. It's just way too big and attracts way too much attention. Hey, Ivor. Wow, did they crank up the sound? Fuck you, Mustang. Excuse me, why my crew sounds Hungarian? I'm playing Russians. Is this... Oh, that's... Is this Czech flag? Maybe it could be Czech language, I'm not sure. Yeah, man, I've been working. Couldn't really play. I mean, I didn't play literally. How much of Europe can I speak English and not sound stupid? Pretty much 90% of EU. With the exception of France, because they like being dickheads. Like, they speak English, but they refuse to, quite often, to speak it. I don't know if that's a national pride or something, but it can be quite annoying. That's fucking poor timing for a reload. Why are we losing so badly? Piece of shit. Two pieces of shit. Damn it. No, why would you be treated like an idiot? As long as you behave like a decent human being, we don't give a shit where you're from. And that doesn't go just for the Americans. That goes for pretty much everybody. He still fucking kills my gunner. This guy is really starting to get on my fucking nerves. Well, that's pretty normal for France, as I said. They're kind of assholes. Especially, I mean, South France, they're really nice people. But northern parts of France, like, scum of the earth. Pretty much. As I said, do not treat Paris like the entirety of France. Not to mention that they have like population of like 60% immigrants, and you know, half of them are like from poorly developed countries. And you know, what I did notice that a lot of those immigrants, regardless from which country they're coming from, whenever they get like finally get into the civilized world, they think that the world owes something to them. And that kind of attitude fucking pisses me off. I noticed that mostly when I was working in customer support. Because let's say I'm speaking in English with a person that's either from Germany or Netherlands or Sweden. As long as I'm speaking with a native, it's perfectly fine. They're perfectly reasonable. But then you hear an Indian guy that came to Germany to specialize because they introduced themselves not as a sir. No, I'm an MD. Like, do I give a shit that you're a doctor? How is that relevant to that? First of all, you need to be a human being, not a complete fucking asshole. Second, like, why you behave like the world owes you something? You know, yeah, sure, you grew up in a shithole of a country, you somehow managed to get a degree, and then you got here and started, like, behaving like royalty. That fucking pisses me off. Like, why you think you're better than the others? It's like, any idiots nowadays can get a degree. That doesn't mean anything. So it's always either a Hindu guy or somebody from Africa, Ghana, or, you know, countries like that. And they're like complete fucking assholes. So entitled, so obnoxious. Like, I have no words to describe it properly. So, long story short, if you decide to visit, you're gonna have a blast. Okay. How did you even have it? Are you kidding me, bro? Like, from where? Yeah, you're definitely having a line of sight. Cut the bullshit. Right? Although, no wonder why I got tapped, because that thing is a fucking EMP. These motherfuckers are on that hill. That's a fucking Persian. Oh my god. I'm so fucked if... Pershing killed by a fucking yeah, of course he has the fucking line of sight, but my gun can't reach him. So fucking typical.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
Stolen valor? Well, can't rule out that possibility, especially if there are no records. Piece of shit. Oh, that guy casted fireball.
Attention to the designated grid square. Enemy forces have captured that zone.
Can't hit that. That looks like a bear cats. Fuck it, let's use that bomb. Critical hits. I think that might be M109 on the ridge. If it is, I can kill him. Roshev. Well, that's the same thing, just Israeli, right? And I got a fucking Corsair on my butt. Or I had him. Well, it seems like you have some tail issues, my son. And you're gonna have bigger issues in a moment. Some fries, motherfucker. Bye. Nice try, though. How? How are you? Yeah, I lit you up with fucking 20 mils, or 23 mils, and yeah. First barrage didn't do jack shit. Cool. Is there an actual racism in Europe besides France? Because I see a lot of fake racism on the internet. In certain countries, Sweden, I would say they're pretty fucking racist. Not like, you know, southern parts of United States, if you catch my drift. But they can be quite assholes. Not all of them, of course, but at least from what I've heard. Dump the bomb. And I got another jump. Ah, oh, fuck me. Is that the same fucking guy just taking another plane? Possibly. Well, can't really speak on behalf of Denmark. Although we do have a viewer from Denmark, Jacob, who's been here like since day one of the stream, more or less. He could answer that question better, I suppose. I honestly couldn't tell, you know. Like, I don't have first-hand experience with Denmark. This is a battle pass thing, T-44 FM. It's like a T-44 prototype. Given on rank 75 of the battle pass. As I said, it's kind of hit and miss. Definitely not as good as the T-44 Tech Tree one. Come to daddy. Goddamn Ferdinand, you loud. Really? Transmission? Fuck. Oh, that's bad. Pershing, another one. time I played was when Germany got that event Make 23 for the summer. Yeah, the MLD. No, it's not the MLD, MLA or something like that. Trust me, I haven't really missed much.
Attention to the map. Attack the B point.
Can we find something soft and squishy? Well, you look like a tasty little prick. And why that sounded like a... Oh, hello. How in the world did you even get there? Bankanon. Problem is, this is not gonna do jack shit to him. What do you mean, Japan actually worth playing? Japan is always worth playing. Kidding me, dude? I had a blast playing Japan when I was unlocking all the tech trees. And their top tier is pretty nasty because of 4-second autoloader. It gives you quite an edge over the tanks because you can fire a shot and you can reload before the enemy can replenish the crew. So technically you have 2 shots in case the first one is not lethal. Well, lower rank Japan is kind of mid. Doesn't really excel at anything in particular, but later it gets pretty fun. Just tapping this. Uh-oh. I have a flak that's a little bit mad, so... Yep. That looks like Bossvark, maybe. Or what's the name of the Swedish one? TPK? Bossvark, okay. Oh, hello. We finally have a plane. Is that little bearcat asshole? He probably is. And, yep. Kamikaze. He heard the call of the ancestors and went, Dido Kika Banjai!
Most of the strategic zones are captured.
No. Can't really do much to save this guy.
Attack the B point. Attention to the map.
Opens up. Yep, that's M36. And there we go, that's some assists.
Defend the B point.
Well, these MGs are kind of shit. We are out of cannon rounds, so I'm gonna go and rearm in case they show up with more fighters. I think I'm gonna go out shooting with some friends. Okay, just be careful. Proper trigger discipline. You know the drill. I mean, I won't be playing for much longer. It's 10:45 here, and I got work. I gotta wake up at 4:30 in the morning. And honestly, I could use a good night's sleep. Although, Sunday is my day off, so we're gonna have a much longer War Thunder stream. Yeah, I wake up at 4:30 to shave and take a shower. Like 5:15, I'm already in the car on the way to work. Is anybody gonna push the points or what? Well, these 20 mils can only kill something squishy or open tops. So we'll see if there is anything of that sort to kill. Good, somebody's decapping B. There's a pretty good chance that this is going to be a victory. Peacock Hill, we're building an apartment. Dude, you're like literally in my neighborhood. If you wanna, I don't know, how long do you work, you can stop by for coffee or something. Like, I'm at Rooster Hill. There's the guy. Banzai! Oh my god. Ah! Little Ontos shit. It's fine. The match is nearly over. At least if I can tag him for the friendlies. Center part list. Yeah, I will take a look at it. Probably tomorrow. I don't think that I'll be able to do it tonight. I don't have the time for proper research. But tomorrow after work, I'll take a look and I'll let you know. See you next time, man. Speak to you soon. Yep, that's it. Yeah, just don't rush it. I'll take a look. I mean, I've assembled a bunch of, well, that would be an understatement, like hundreds of PCs. So, if there is something better you can get for the same kind of money, I'll let you know. Or maybe slight increase, but, you know, better components. Less hassle, honestly. I might finish this Battle Pass challenge tonight. Close. Yeah, I get it. I get it. On the other hand, if the price difference is like negligible and you can afford to wait a month or something to get more funds, that actually might be better in the long run. get stuck.
Цель уничтожена! Бронебойным готово! Нас подбили! Цель уничтожена! Бронебойным готово! Цель уничтожена!
That's a little adorable.
Бронебойным готово!
Da-da-da-da-da.
Цель подбита!
Ah, only the driver. Excuse me. Where? Wow, why it showed to the right when I got shot from the left? That's some poor shit right there. Seam summer sale. Yeah, honestly, games can wait. What good are the games in your library when you don't have a PC? So, as I said, give me 24 hours so I can actually check the list and see what can we come up with. There's that prick. Okay. It's a bit odd, but that looks like a fuck. You son of a bitch. And of course, brain dead German flags. Like literally feeling like cheating. Because the only fucking nation with proximity detonation at this rank, he doesn't even have to hit you. The Germans in this rank are pretty much easy mode. Alright, my flat brother. Can't hide forever. The fuck? Those two fighters didn't kill him? Bro, what the fuck are you doing? And he still fucking blew me up. Why that never fucking works when I do it with the American 1000? And now we're like fighting like two cripples. He's missing right wing, I'm missing right wing. Although I think he is mostly missing a tip. I'm missing half. And let's see if I can catch him before he gets to safety. Should be able to. Problem is, I won't be able to evade the flak. I can't turn away. And now the flak is going to kill me, but better flak than him. Yep. Ah, fuck you. Denied you the kill, bitch. Yeah, and he managed to land. Sure we did. What's up, newbie? Well, this is pretty much game. And I think I finished the challenge, or I'm like super close to finishing it. 3-hour grind is nothing. Boy, you must be new here. My streams tend to last anything in between 8 and 12 hours. But, unfortunately, I do not have that much time tonight. It's 11 p.m. and I gotta wake up at 4:30, so I'm gonna be wrapping up soon. I'm from Serbia. I'm sorry, Dornier, this is a designated no-fly zone. Hey Jacob, how you doing, man? Good evening. Yep, that's pretty much it. Just got back from work. Yeah, I'm just playing the Battle Pass thing, and actually I think I just finished it. Yes, I did. Okay. Combat Brotherhood. That should give 3 levels on the Battle Pass. I think. And we also have close air supports. When did that unlock? Destroy 100 ground or surface targets in air battles. In air battles. So air RB and you just go and munch ground targets. Oh, that's like super easy. Until when? July 9th. Okay, we're gonna do this next time. But this one I don't think that I'll be able to complete. Because I gotta do a coastal vessel main gun of at least 75 millimeters and oh wait, Wait. Is that the challenge? Oh, no, this one. Excellent Naval Air Defense Specialist. So you gotta use coastal fleets and manually gun down 5 planes. This one is gonna be such a pain in the ass. This one, on the other hand, it's Coastal Defender. This one is gonna be easy. So I'm just gonna mark it, because as I said, I haven't played in like 3 or 4 days. So I kind of missed out on these two. This one is going to be like super easy. This one is just 20,000 damage while coastal gun. So that means the flak barge probably. That's a 75 mil coastal. Yeah, SF40 heavy, right? 2.7 ring 3, 88 millimeters. So yeah, we're going to be using that. That's also fairly easy to do. But shooting down planes, we'll see about that. Okay, catching up with the chat. We'll just get back from work. I'm tired, honestly, and I intended this to be a short stream. Actually, I'm wrapping it up because I gotta get up again in the morning. I'm just gonna crash and get some sleep. Well, 5 hours of sleep, approximately, and then go to work. But I'll try, if I'm not too tired, to stream again tomorrow. But in either case, on Sunday we're gonna have a full day of War Thunder. So bookmark, I mean subscribe, do whatever you want, like. But I'll see you all on Sunday. Have a pleasant evening.